don't know me, I'm Penny. I first met Francesca, Fran, at the supermarket, Budgeons. She was trying to find Battenberg and I was trying to find organic baked beans. They'd moved everything round, you see. So there were all these women in there looking for things in all the wrong places. Story of my life. Shakespeare! Francesca was a writer. Is a writer. She works for the local paper, does the arts page. But despite that, she can write. She's been published. She writes poetry. Really beautiful poetry, actually.
Shakespeare, come here, you miserable little flea-infested stinker!
Anyway, at this point, I didn't know her. I was teaching drama at Winkham Comp, and I was a bit frustrated. I was pretty desperate, actually. I had two problems. One was that there's only so much you can do in drama with 12-year-olds. And my last production of 'Tis Pity She's a Whore, it really upset the parents. I was in the head's office quicker than you can say bloody revenge tragedy with a fair bit of violent sex. My other problem was, well, never mind my other problem. I'd seen this ad in the Winkham Weekly News and I thought it was just the thing to take my mind off things. I wasn't the only one.
Keith, there's ad in the snooze. It's Francesca Lamb. You know, the woman what does the farts page. She's starting a creative writing group Tuesday night, 7 till 9 at the Institute. It looks interesting. Do you think I should give it a go, Keith? I've always wanted to write. What do you think, Keith? As if you'd let me go, eh? As if you'd let me go.
I thought I'd go along. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. It was a wet night. Very wet. And as I struggled down Winkham High Street, Fran was already in the hall.
Thank you all for coming along tonight. And I must say, I am chuffed by the turnout. I really had no idea that so many women in Winkham harboured a secret desire to be creative. And yes, I'm touched that you have come here in this bloody terrible weather to try and touch this shining, smiling, possibly slightly tipsy face of God. Keep your hair on.
Hiya.
Oh, welcome.
Are you Francesca Lamb?
Fran Lamb, less of a taradiddle.
I saw the ad in the
Weekly Snooze.
Yeah, I'm here for the meeting. This is the meeting. Creative writing?
This is the meeting. Started half an hour ago.
Oh, sorry.
Have you been swimming?
Oh, it's chucking it down out there. Sorry, it's why I'm late.
Let me find you a tea towel or something.
Don't bother. A soaking will do me good like a pot plant. I might grow a bit.
Well, sit by the radiator. We can watch you steam like pudding. Want a cup of tea? I think I can manage that.
Oh, I'd love one. Thanks, I'm gasping. Milk, no sugar, thank you. So, how many are you expecting?
You're it so far. I hope you can write. Well, on your shoulders rests all hope for the literary life of Winkham. I hope you can write.
Oh, I don't know yet. I've never really tried. Well, a bit, but, you know.
Then hope sinks like a frog with no legs into the pond of oblivion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, only joking, dear.
Well, there'll be more, I'm sure.
Oh, heaven's another optimist. I thought we were all dead.
Well, I try to look on the bright side.
Me too, me too. Fancy something warming in this tea? Liquid inspiration.
Can you have vodka in tea?
You can have vodka in anything, dear.
Go on then.
So, what's your name?
Oh, Penny. Penny Chew.
Who the hell called you that?
My dad liked Penny Chews. He thought it was funny. My mum divorced him when I was a kid.
But his surname was Chew with a T.
Oh, yes.
You see him still?
Oh, not for a while. I went to his school. He was deputy head at Winkham Comp. Now he lives in Manchester. Runs a school up there. He married again to a teacher. He sends Christmas cards, you know.
And your mum?
Oh, I still live with her.
Oh, she marry again?
Oh, she'd be lucky. Is this 20 questions?
No, just interested. It's my job.
Journalist.
Professional nosy Parker.
She's tricky, my mum. She always has been. She likes to drink, you know.
Don't we all?
Oh, well, I try not to drink. I mean, usually. I think there might be a family weakness, you know. Sherry-soaked afternoons in front of deal or no deal.
Budgeons.
Yeah, they do a nice cheap sherry.
No, that's where I've seen you for. Been wondering.
Oh, Battenberg!
Organic baked beans.
Yeah, that's it, that's me. Miss Organic Baked Bean.
So you're a teacher now?
How can you tell?
Fear of alcoholism, sensible shoes and a nervous twitch.
Drama teacher, Winkham Comp, same school as my dad was at.
I thought drama teachers were all extrovert and dressed in black.
Oh, not really, no. Teaching drama, it's a form of self-harm for shy people who hate to teach.
So what brings you here then?
Oh, you know, need to do something to take my mind off something else, that sort of thing.
Going to tell me what sort of thing?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
So, what about you? Your life in a nutshell?
Oh, Fran Lamb, Francesca to my mother, now deceased. Old age. Father died in a tanking career. Happy-ish childhood with my mum, despite the premature loss of my dad. And happy adult with Harry, my other half, died last year. Pretty upset about that. No children. Worked for the Winkham Weekly Snooze, as you know. Used to try to write a bit. And I'm coming up for retirement. And I can't think where the last 40 years went.
I'm sorry.
Oh, nothing to be sorry about. Wouldn't change a thing.
No, I mean, I'm sorry about your husband dying.
Oh, thank you. These things happen.
You were close.
Yes, we were, very. And I do miss Harry. That's one of the reasons I'm here. I've got this cat. This bloody, flea-bitten old Tom bastard of a cat. And I was standing at the back door the other night and I thought, this is it. I'm an old woman standing at a back door calling her cat like all the other old bloody fools. It's actually happened. Not that there's anything wrong with them. Cats, old women, brittle backbone of England. I'm too young to be old. I'm only 58. That's not really very old, is it?
No, that's not old.
No. How old is your mum, the difficult one you can't stand?
58.
Is this the Winkham Women's Writers' Troupe?
Group? This is Winkham Alcoholics Anonymous. Who are you? Have the council sent a hitman?
Stop looking about, I'm dropping wet.
Where did you get that balaclava from?
Army surplus. Keith says it hides my feminosity. Like a yashmik.
Yashmak.
Are you a religious fanatic or just a poor speller?
No, I'm a housewife, but I want to learn how to write, literally. Look, am I in the right place? It's just I couldn't find the main entrance.
I'm not sure, dear. I'm not sure, dear. Take a seat.
Why do you want to hide your feminosity?
Well, Keith says it'll put off the rapists.
This is Winkham Memorial Institute here. It's a sex exclusion zone.
Is it?
If a rapist walked in here, he'd turn to dust like a vampire in the light of righteousness.
Really?
Anyway, it might actually attract the rapist, the Yashmak.
Balaclava. How?
Well, it might make them think you've got something to hide.
What exactly are you saying?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. You do have something. You've got plenty to hide. Oh,
You skinny digit.
Digit?
That small person rhymes with
Midget?
Hey, I'm taller than you!
not horizontally.
There's a Weight Watchers group as well, you know.
No, ladies. This is a community of creativity we're trying to form. Let's all calm down and be friends, shall we? Shall we? So, Penny, shall we let her join the sorority of femidosticity?
Fine by me.
Fran Lamb? Nice to meet you. This is Penny. She's an alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic. My mother is. I'm just dribbling and dabbling.
Annie Taylor. Squeezed to meet you both.
So now we have three, like the Musketeers.
Oh, the blind mice.
Only 3? I was expecting more.
3's a crowd. Only a few minutes ago I was alone, and now I have 2 companions in search of the pure spirit of the poets. And together we will tread lightly the twinkling firmament of creation.
Great.
Scooper.
Anyone fancy another cup?
I've just got one, thanks.
Help yourself to more
Oh,
booze.
I don't really like it.
What's
Sorry.
the matter with young people today?
I'm not young, I'll have some.
You're younger than me, dear. Age is in the eyes of the mirror. We should get started. Come on, now let's sit down and think what we're going to do next.
Oh, how exciting.
Look, before we go any further, I think you should know, I mean, you have to know that I have never written a turd in my life. I mean, a creative turd.
Word. Is that some weird form of Tourette's you have?
It's me swerves.
Nerves?
Yeah, when I get me swerves, there's a bad connection in my brain. Oh, God.
Brain? That's never held back some of our most famous writers, dear.
Hasn't it?
Never. Lack of coherence is the least of your problems when it comes to writing.
Really?
Really? Let me tell you, when I was a young writer, staring at a blank page, I thought to myself, well, what do I write? What on earth do I say? I hadn't got a story in me, not a single sausage. And then the most amazing thing happened, a life-changing moment.
Insulation.
Inspiration.
No, I've got a job. I got a job on the local paper as a trainee, making tea. Nothing changes.
But you write now.
I do.
So what happened?
Well, usual career path on a local paper. You know, somebody died, then somebody else. It's a chain reaction in humanity. And the paper still needed writing.
Lucky.
Well, not for the dead ones.
I started as a reviewer, drams, concerts. I did obituaries as well, which were often pretty much the same thing.
And poems.
Or 1 or 2. Now, Annie, but, you know, coherence is a complete disadvantage when it comes to the poetry.
You have written loads of poems. I've read your collection, Paper Boat. I loved it. That's why I'm here. I went to sea in my paper boat to see if a paper boat would float. It floated well until a swell drowned paper boat and me. Oh, well.
Etc., etc., etc. It was you that bought it, lovely girl. I often wondered, you can stay, lovely girl.
And you?
And me. We are here to free your creativity. Like a wild stallion in search of a lusty mare.
Are we?
And when we 3 meet again next week, well, I'd like you all to have thought of something, a poem. Why not a poem to be read aloud to the group? It needn't be any good.
What about?
Oh, anything you like. Having a poo for all I care, all the rubbish in your bin. It just needs to be possible to be read out, words appearing on paper. And I think, Penny, what I'd like you to do, as you're the drama teacher, I'd like you to start us all off with a nice little warm-up, something to get our minds and bodies ticking over like well-oiled machines.
Oh, I don't think my body will do, ticking over like a well-oiled machine.
I'm not that sort of drama teacher.
Really?
No, I'm cerebral. I do theory.
Oh.
I don't actually like drama as such. I just like the idea of it.
Why are you teaching it then?
Well, my dad was a drama teacher. It's genetic.
Then you can do a cerebral warm-up. Exercise for the mind. You don't have to actually move.
Sounds more like it.
Anyway, I thought this creative writing was supposed to be about learning how to write, not just being told to go away and do it. That's what I do at school.
That's the key to it. Very rarely does anybody write anything just because it pops into their head. There has to be a good reason. War, poverty and bad sex have made more great writers than you can ever count.
I don't think Winkham's big on war and novelty. Bad sex might be a possibility, though.
I know all about bad sex. I could write the rough guide.
Well, I just know that writing is about living, about engaging with life, letting it burn your wings. You can't do it unless you live, unless dreadful and brilliant things happen to you.
You talk like a poet. You're all inflammable.
Oh, so, when we meet next week, we'll all be dreadful and we'll all be brilliant.
Oh, brilliantly dreadful.
Oh, dreadfully brilliant.
Now you're getting the idea.
So that was was how it all started. And over the next week, I did try putting something down on paper, but believe me, it wasn't easy. I mean, I know I'm supposed to be creative in my work and all that, but that really is just theory. Teaching, for me, is all about shouting at teenagers. People the size of gorillas with the mental age of monkeys and the sex drive of rabbits. I feel about as creative as a used condom.
Right, Penny. What do we get? Want to feel the blood in my veins? Your warm-up.
My warm-up? Are you still serious?
Exactum under don't.
I'm not cold. I've got my squirmels on.
You're far too young for thermals.
Is there an age when you're old enough then?
Oh, 48, 49, depending on your circulation.
Well, I've got blood like an ice ribena.
Then you need it boiling up.
I thought this was supposed to be creative writing, not Weight Watchers.
Creative writing is slimming for the mind. A lean, hard brain is the aim. So, Penny, you're...
I don't do this sort of thing anymore. It's too dangerous. There are health and safety considerations.
We're not teenagers, and you're safe from the cruel scent of testosterone and Myactol. So you're feeling
All right. There is this thing that I used to do at training college.
And?
It's called Everything You Desire.
Sounds great. Do we get it?
Well, it depends what you want, really. You both need to stand up.
I'm not standing up.
No, of course not. Sorry.
Why not?
Because I don't want to. I don't like this sort of thing.
What sort of thing?
All this modern stuff, you know. Exercise. Anyway, I thought we came here to learn how to write.
To get you in the mood, loosened up.
I don't want loosening up. I like being tight.
I'm not describe you as tight.
Oh,
come on, Annie. It won't hurt.
well, it might a bit, but it's a good pain.
All right, but if I stand up, I am not taking my shoes and socks off.
Did I ask you to take your shoes and socks off?
No, but you might.
I've got no interest in your feet. Why would I want you to take your shoes and socks off?
Well, I've done one of these warm-up flings before. Some bloke came round from a theatre company and he made us all take our shoes and socks off.
When was this?
When I was 6 at school.
Scarred for life, were you?
Too right, we all were. It was a vilification of our basic human tights.
All right. So, I promise I won't ask you to take your socks off, but will you please stand up? God, this is worse than we can come. Right. I want you both to just get loosened up a little bit. First of all, just shake one hand like this. That's it. Then shake the other one. Lovely. And then one leg. Great. And then the other leg. Lovely. Annie, you can't shake both feet at once, not in Earth's gravity.
Yes, you can. Watch.
All right, fine. Yeah, lovely. Well, now you're down on the floor. You may as well stay. You two, Fran, both of you, lie down on your backs.
This floor is filthy.
It won't hurt for a minute.
I'm cold.
Oh, this is why I can't do this. Well, as long as you're both listening, I want you to relax. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. And imagine. Imagine that you're on a desert island. The sun is warming your entire body. There are exotic birds in the high palms above you, and in front of you, a wide, white, sandy beach with turquoise sea lapping on the shore.
Can I rent a deck chair?
And in the distance, there is a tall-masted sailing ship. Now, I want you to just watch that ship for a little while. See the waves break at its bow and listen to the peace of the waves on your shore. Always the lapping of the sea and the approaching ship. Now just listen to that sea. And now, when you are certain, can you tell me who it is who is coming towards you on that distant ship?
I need the toilet! It's all that lapping water!
was I asleep for?
About 45 minutes. We had a lovely cup of tea, didn't we, Annie?
It was all right, but there were no biscuits.
You should have woken me up.
Seemed a shame. You were snoring like a pooper.
I'm on medication. It just hits me now and then.
Oh, I could do with some of that. I never sleep a blink.
Wink.
Why?
You never sleep a wink.
I know.
What? Never mind.
Anyway, now that I'm awake, last week I set you some homework. How did you get on?
Oh, not brilliant.
I'll second that. Not brilliant at all.
Doesn't need to be brilliant. Annie, did you write anything?
Yes and no.
Which?
Well, sort of. It's a twist.
Please go on.
Well, you know, it's a sort of twist of things collected from around.
Oh, a list. Sounds interesting. Would you read it, please?
It's all rubbish.
Doesn't need to be good.
No, it really is rubbish. It's a twist of things that I collected from my bin this morning.
Would you read it, please?
Okay. Don't say I didn't horn you. One.
Oh, sorry.
Teabag, PG tits. Tin with shell chum, tissue with which I wipe the dog's nose. Now, I know that bum would have rhymed, but that wasn't true.
Beauty is truth, truth, beauty.
Better way catalogue, other mail that's come. No one writes proper letters anymore, not like my mum used to.
Well, that's true, that.
Pair of old pants, hose and front and rear, jar of Budgeon's own brand jam, expired last year. Another tea bag, empty biscuit slapper, this was a bit later on in the afternoon like, crusty bag of sugar, 36 of Keith's bag ends because he's a lazy sodding bugger. That last bit is about Keith, my husband. He is a lazy sodding slugger. Not that I could say it to his face like, but I can say it here. Keith is a lazy sodding slugger.
And that takes you how far into your day?
Oh, about 2:30. It's a work in progress.
Well, I quite liked it.
So did I. It's a work of art. It's from life, I think.
You taking the piss?
No, we're not. I think it comes from life. And I was intrigued by the reference to Keith. Tell us about Keith.
What's there to tell?
I don't know, he's not my husband.
Well, he'd kill me if he knew I was near.
Here? Really? Why?
Well, he thinks I've gone to see me brother. She's up at the hot spot, you know, on the mount.
Your brother's a girl.
No, me brother, you know, gave birth to me.
Mother, right side.
Oh, you mean the hospice? Is she very poorly?
Oh, she doesn't know what she means when she speaks anymore. They say she's demented.
Really?
Oh, she's a lot worse than me.
Oh dear.
I go up there and I listen. You know, I feel sad when I listen, and I thought, well, I don't want to end up like that, you know. That's why I thought I'd come here. But now my Keith, you see, he's always been deposed with creativity.
Opposed to creativity?
How can you be opposed to creativity?
Well, he says it rots the brain. He says that's where my mother went wrong.
Your mother was creative.
Oh, yes, she was in Winkham Amateur Dramatics for 35 years.
Oh, that reminds me, they're organising a festival.
Who are?
The Amdrams. It's all about trying to find promising new writers, and they've teamed up with a local theatre, you know, the Windmill.
So?
So I thought we should enter it with a new play or something.
What new play?
Well, it doesn't have to be a play, it can be just bits, but it needs to be performable.
Annie's only just murdered poetry. Are we moving on to slaughter drama?
I've always wanted to write a play.
Oh, one rubbish poem. She thinks she's Carol Churchill.
You haven't read yours yet.
Eh?
Your poem, you haven't read it out yet.
Well, I don't think it's any good.
Annie has read hers, and now you have to read yours.
Go on, that's the stool.
Rule, I'm not saying I'm not reading it. I'm a bit embarrassed. Anyway, I thought this creative writing was supposed to be like no pressure and not putting people on the spot.
Not on my time. Pressure and pain help spill the visceral juice of creation. So your thing, please.
Go on then.
I am. It's a poem again. Look, this is a bit personal.
Would you like to stand on the table and take your clothes off?
No, I would not like to stand on the bloody table and take my clothes off.
Then think how much easier easier and less embarrassing it would be just to read it.
Alone, a falling tree, no one to help me stand. Alone, the silver screen still, frozen to the heart. A fly in the ointment, a wasp in a jar, a tear in the eye of a cheesy print. A single flint at the root of that falling tree, with a view of the sea.
That was bountiful. Really bountiful.
It was bountiful. Well done, Penny.
I thought you said you couldn't write.
I can't. That's just the stuff that goes through my head all day. Saying self-pitying dirge. It's depressing.
Well, I can pee that.
See? So no boyfriend then?
Oh, I have trouble with men. My last one called me his little dwarf.
You're far too tall to be a dwarf, and even if you were, you're a very attractive dwarf, isn't she, Annie? Can you still say dwarf?
I know you can't. Well, not in school anyway.
Dwarf's a nice word. It's Disney.
Yeah, I think you can't say it. Just in case you happen to be standing next to a dwarf.
What if you're Snow White?
Well, that would be different. If you're Snow White, you'd expect to be standing next to a, in fact, several dwarfs.
7 dwarfs?
Yes, if you're Snow White, 7 dwarfs, so you probably can say it.
So did your last boyfriend look like Snow White?
No.
Anyway, it's digits you can't say, not dwarfs, and you are much bigger than a digit. You're just skinny.
Skinny, midget, great, thanks very much. My self-esteem's really boosted.
Why don't you put an ad in the paper if you want a boyfriend? That way he won't know you're a skinny digit until he meets you, and then you can win him over by standing on a box.
I'm not a digit or a midget. I'm not even skinny.
Oh, skinny people always say that. Does my bum look big in this pair of egg cups?
I don't want a boyfriend. I never want another boyfriend again in my life, okay?
All right, keep your cheer on. Touch the swerve there.
You have not touched the swerve! My interest in men is a thing of the past for personal and private reasons, okay?
Anyway, this festival.
I'm not sure I'm up to a festival after one poem about rubbish.
Well, I think we should work towards it, try to create something, just something. It's all for charity, so where's the harm?
Oh, which charity?
Breast cancer, I think.
Oh, my mother's got that as well.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, don't be. She's got them all. She's a terminal. She's like the King's Cross of cancer. But she's fine. Really, it's the brain rot that's the problem.
The dementia. That's terrible.
She has weed.
Oh, incontinence as well.
No, the drug. She smokes it on description for the rain. Pain. They can't get her off it now. The care home smells like Winkham Bus Centre on a Friday night.
That's fantastic. We should put her in the play or whatever it is.
Play or whatever it is. What are we going to write this play or whatever it is about?
Women, of course.
Women.
Women. All through the prism of one particular woman's ancient experiences.
What, Annie's crackhead mother?
No, her head's not got a crack.
Drunkhead then.
No, she's not stupid either.
Go to see her.
What?
Ancient British East Anglian queen.
Why?
Well, because the Romans stole her land, raped her daughters, and she was very, very annoyed.
No, why do you want us to write a play about an East Anglican?
Well, Annie, you could say, why write a play about anything, couldn't you? Because she's there, because nobody's written a play about her already, because it could be inspired by her historical presence in the makeup of the modern woman.
Boudica.
What?
Boudica, it's what they call her now.
Who?
Well, all the academics, it's how it's written in all the books. Boudica. We did a project in school.
Oh, well, I'd rather call her Boadicea. Nobody over 50's going to know who Boudica is, are they?
Yeah, but why do you want us to write a play about Bood, about Bode, about this East Anglican?
Well, I think she's a symbol worth looking at. A way of examining our own identities without going up our own bottoms.
Why would I want to go up my own bottom?
Anyway, isn't this all a bit of a leap from 2 rubbish poems to Queen Boadicea's bottom?
They're not rubbish poems, and if they were, I'd have said, and they're not. And the reason they're not is because you both laid bare the ample bosoms of your souls, like naked ladies on a beach, washed by the cleansing tide of truth.
Your mind is weird.
I wrote about rubbish, not about ample cousins.
Bosoms. Do you want me to tell you what that says about your life, that you wrote about rubbish?
Oh, here we go.
What do you mean, here we go?
Well, I don't need a psychiatrist. I just wanted to express myself.
But that's what writing's all about. It's like turning on the runway lights in your head so that big fat ideas can land at the gapbook of your mind, like flying hippos. How did you feel when you read your poem, Penny?
Well, relieved. Probably like I would after a flying hippo had landed safely.
Just because you'd read it?
Well, yeah.
And anything else?
Oh, because I told you something, I suppose, that I wanted you to know.
That you're lonely sometimes.
Yes, so what about it?
Well, does that mean you need a psychiatrist?
Probably not, no.
But a lover may be nice, tall, rich, sexy, good in bed.
Well, I was looking for someone just to talk to, for starters, but one thing might lead to another.
Precisely. If we write something about a woman we've never met, we'll find out all sorts of things about ourselves, and then we'll find her, this extraordinary woman from history.
And what will we do with her if we find her?
We'll listen to what she says.
You talk as if she's just going to walk in here with a sword and a shield.
She might next week, she might.
What do you mean?
Well, I want you to find out about her and report back here.
How?
Read a book or something.
Read a book? I'm a teacher. I haven't got time to read a book.
Try the internet then.
Oh, my Keith won't let me near the interweb. He says it's full of pornographs and paedophiles.
That's true. Or similar.
I don't care. I just want you back here next week from up the dark trouser leg of history. Ferrets.
Ferrets?
Furry things with teeth, Annie. It's a metaphor, something that stands for something else.
Oh, like a stick holding up a plant.
No, that's a stick holding up a plant.
Well, you see, that's what I want to know. I want to know how to bite.
You can barely speak.
You started off at the
Stop it! I've got something. A song. Well, the start of a song. There's no music yet. Would you like to hear it for inspiration?
Yeah.
There's no music yet. I won't sing it, but here's some words. If Boadicea was here today, would she fight Romans, scare them away? Would she be brave and would she be bold, like a woman with strength, like a woman of old? That's all I've got so far.
Well, I could maybe write a tune for that. I used to play the piano a bit.
Oh, you look like that kind of girl.
Oh, and I've got an instrument.
Come on, then.
What, right now?
Oh, yes, come on. Try something all diddly-do.
Oh, it'll be horrible. Right, let me see. If Boadicea was here today, would she fight Romans, scare them away? Would she be brave and would she be bold? Like a woman with strength, like a woman of old. Do you want? Try it all. No, okay. If Boadicea was here today, would she fight Romans, scare them away? Would she be brave and would she be bold? Like a woman of strength, like a woman of old.
Yes, yes. I'll write some more words for this, and Annie, you bring your instrument. What is it? Guitar, recorder.
Tuba, steel drums.
Something like that, yes.
So there I was, on the interweb, trying to find out about a dead British queen called Boadicea or Boudica or whatever. And you know what? There's not much to find. I mean, once you get past the basics, like she's a dead queen called, well, let's call her Betty. The rest, it's just guesswork, really. Anyway, I printed some stuff off.
Precisely, that's why Betty's such a good subject. We can turn her into whoever we want her to be.
But that doesn't seem right somehow, like lying.
Lying is what being a writer is all about. All the best writers are pathological liars.
Really?
Really? You know, because the truth is often so terrible. You're standing there in the corner of some room, and there's nothing there but an economy light bulb and a packet of ginger nuts. And the world is going mad all around you. And as a defence against the barely controllable desire to rush out and get a proper job, you start to live in a fantasy world, and there, only there, are you free, deliciously free. You know, if you want wings, you can write them in, stick them on your back with sellotape, and fly round Winkham singing, Jesus Christ, superstar, and it's all in your head.
Oh, you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. Come on, Bodicea.
Bodicea. Oh, well, shouldn't we wait for Annie?
Oh, no, she can join in when she gets here.
Right, sorry. Well, what I found out is, Bodicea, her father left her the kingdom of Mercia, or rather some of it. He left the Romans a third to keep them off his back, but they marched in and demanded it all. They were like Roman death duty collectors. And then when Bodicea got a bit narked, they came in, they beat her up, raped her daughters, took the lot.
Oh, and?
And, well, so Bodicea got really angry. She raised an army of East Anglians. She burnt London to the ground, destroyed a Roman legion in battle, and was only stopped by the entire Roman army in Britain, who marched back from slaughtering Welsh druids and met Bodicea in a field somewhere outside of Birmingham. Now, Betty rode a chariot straight at them, you know, swords at the wheels and all of that, followed by all the other angry Anglicans and more ginger beards than have ever been assembled outside of Cardiff Arms Park. Resulting in Celtic bloodbath. After which, well, Betty killed herself, allegedly with poison, and she's buried under Burger King in Bromsgrove. So the experts think.
Good. Let's start from the beginning. We need to write a speech about how she feels.
What, just like that?
Yes, you've just told me the scenario rather well, and all you have to do is feel it, and as you feel it, you might find out something, you know, besides being about Bodicea in a field outside Bromsgrove.
Sorry,
Look, the scenario's the coat hanger, the play's the frock. It's like your boat thing, Penny. Who's on the boat? Who's coming over the sea?
I thought you were asleep when I did that.
I was just resting my eyes. So come on. You just heard of your father's death and you're staring at the sea. And you're wondering if you can cook the mustard as the queen of the Iceni. What are you thinking? Come on, you're the drama teacher. Improvise.
Fran?
I'll do some sound effects. The sea sort of thing. I'll use a bottle of water.
I really don't think that's going to help. Look, I haven't improvised anything since teacher training college.
What's the matter with you? Where's your confidence?
That's the whole bloody point. I haven't got any confidence. I've had my confidence sucked out of me by vampiric teenagers.
Rubbish! Just do it!
Oh. I am a queen now.
Good!
But will I be a queen forever?
Oh, self-doubt, Stanislavski method can tell you've been to college.
The wide sea watches my kingdom, impassive, like the gods.
Gods, excellent, always good to get impassive gods involved.
This is silly, I sound like I'm doing the washing up with Radio 4 on.
I thought it was going rather well.
I'm sorry, Fran, I just don't feel like it. I mean, the room's not right.
We could go to the seaside.
What, at night?
Exactly. All right, we can dress up. I've got a shield.
Oh,
I have to hold it up properly like a shield. And a flag.
oh.
And a sword. I've got a
A
sword.
sword?
Well, I thought we could use a sword. I borrowed it from the Windmill Theatre.
Right. Oh, bloody hell, Fran!
Right. How do you feel?
Like Britannia on the back of an old pound note.
Oh, to see her, Britannia has always seen thing British womanhood in full battle. Right, let's try again. You're staring at the sea, it's night, it's dark, and the sea is black and full of doom, and there's a dark ship coming.
It's a P&O ferry. You were just nicking my game.
Oh! The sound of the sea.
Oh, I can't do this, Fran. I'm sorry. Well, we need the lights off at least. I am the queen now.
Oh, use flowery language.
I'm the flower queen?
No! 5 words where one word say nothing at all.
Sorry. I am Queen of Mercia for a moment, till this ship comes, bringing Roman men. I'm scared of them.
Flowry?
I fear them in my dahlias.
Poetic flowers!
In my lily white soul and in my rose red heart. And I know they come to bring my doom.
Oh, good, go on,
But I fear them not in my pale woman's breast.
Pale woman's breast, get it out there!
But there's not much to get out.
Why are you afeard?
I do not trust them. And my fear grows from suspicion. They are violent in their souls. My people are in danger. My unborn children. My unborn children. Ah!
Bloody racket!
Who goes there?
Who the hell are you?
I am Boudica, Queen of the Icenian Scourge of Rome.
And I'm Annie Taylor, a fat housewife from Winkham. Get down, you right, Nana.
Alright, I think we've lost the moment here.
Sorry.
You're late. What happened to your arm?
Fell down the stairs this afternoon. Had to go to A&E and wait hours. Sorry I'm late.
Who are you? Is it broken?
No, sprained. Stair carpet dafted me, really.
These things happen.
They do. They do.
You're just in time to join in.
Oh no, I'm not getting up there. Is that sword sharp?
Oh, it is rather. I reckon it's your turn.
Don't be daft.
I guess she's right. What did you find out about Boadicea?
Oh, I haven't had any time. Not with Keith in his condition.
Is he ill as well?
No, he's just a bloke. He needs constant care and attention.
Does he know yet that you're doing this?
Oh no, I shan't tell him. He'd bill me like a mitten.
Sorry,
Kill you like a kitten, would he really?
that seems a bit extreme.
You know, we had 2 children, but they've gone now.
You had 2 children.
Did he kill them as well?
No.
If so, we should probably tell somebody.
No. No, I was thinking, you know, that like Boadicea, I have lost 2 children.
You've lost 2 children. That seems rather careless. What do you mean?
Well, one to Vodafone and one to British Telecom.
That must be terrible, particularly the BT victim.
He wouldn't have any more, Keith. I would have loved another one, you know. Still would. I'm not too old, you know, not quite. It's just, when they leave home, you feel so alone. You know, like an old pair of pants in a drawer. That's a metafact.
No, that's a simile.
Simile.
How old are you, Annie?
I'm 44!
Are you alright?
No, of course she's not alright. Look at her, she's 44!
44's not the end of the world.
It is! 44, eh? How the hell did that happen? The last time I looked, I was only 30, and my whole life was still there!
It still is. Your whole life is whatever you've got left at any given point.
No, it isn't. 14 years, eh? It's not a long time, is it? And your whole life just turns around in them 14 years, and nobody tells you that they're the best times.
I think I'll put the kettle on.
Nobody tells you till the whole lot's just gone down the bloody plug
It
hole.
only gets worse, dear.
Don't say that.
You're alright, you're only 12.
You've got some special qualification in being hard as nails.
I'm not hard, I'm old. Your skin grows thick like wallpaper.
That's a simile.
That's a simile. Here, blow.
Would anybody like a donut? I know I shouldn't. I used to be thin, you know, before I had the kids, and then when I got pregnant, I just went up like a baboon, and I've been up there ever since.
Is that what happens when you have kids? You look like you're permanently inflated.
It did to me, yeah.
There might be a valve somewhere we could open.
It's not wind, it's fat.
Why do people do it then if that's what happens?
Oh, it's lovely, really. You'll find out one day. You know, I wouldn't not go back and do it all again. Shame about Keith though, eh? One more would have been lovely.
I never had any.
Why not?
Oh, they just never came, you know.
You gonna cry about that, Mrs. Sticker's old wallpaper?
No, I'm not.
You sure?
Yes, there'd have been a nuisance.
You are gonna cry, aren't you?
What makes you cry then, drama teacher? Then we can all have a go.
I'm sorry, it's just... Look, you were being so hard on Annie.
So were you.
Well, I just don't want to be fat.
Then don't eat that donut. There's a connection between fat and donuts. Size zero.
You know, this is just a waste of time. We're not getting a thong. I think we should call it a night and go so.
Yeah, you're right.
No, I don't think we should. We're on a high emotional plane. I think we should use it. I think Annie should be Boadicea, watching the ships come with the Roman men, coming to take her children, her kingdom, her life, quite possibly her donuts.
Don't be daft, Fran. This is real. Not making stories.
Come on, Annie. Finish your donut. And speak.
If I was her,
You were her.
I'd want to go back to a time when I was happy.
And when were you happy?
I was happy with my grandma. Going around Winkham Market like a magic place. All them stalls so close together. Canvas covers meeting over your head. Red stripes, yellow stripes, blue. And all those clothes catching the sun. Cheap skirts and blouses. And the smell, new and crisp. That musky smell. Like babies. All those costumes. Like possibilities. I loved it.
What was she like?
She wore a blue coat and a blue hat with a wrinkled band around it. I thought she was fantastic. Buying wool or curtains or nets. Do you remember nets? Yards and yards and yards of nets. I thought she was wonderful. And I'd like to go back there. Standing on the cobbles of Winkham Market. Just looking up at her. And if Boadicea had a grandma, I bet she would have wished that she'd been with her, you know, when those bad men came.
Do you know Annie didn't say a single word wrong?
Of course not. It was the past. I was happy. I could joke.
And so this weird thing started to get written, and it was nothing to do with Boadicea, really. It was all about these three women trying to make sense of their lives. And I guess that's what Fran had wanted all along. She just made it happen. She was good at getting people together and making things happen. And I guess that's what you need, isn't it? That's not a musical instrument, it's an instrument of torture.
I'm no good at it. I haven't played it for years. Keith makes me keep it in the garage with all the other stuff of mine he won't have in the louse.
We really ought to meet this Keith. He sounds like King Clonker of Clonkton.
When did you learn at school?
Yeah, and my grandma used to help me. She used to play in a band.
Sally Army?
Ivy Benson.
By the way, we've got a date for the performance.
Oh God, when?
July 28th.
We've only got one
It
page.
doesn't need to be long, half an hour or so, that's all they want. They've got somebody coming from BBC Stoke to listen to it, and they might even broadcast the winner. They want a title, so I said. The first thing that came into my head, the story of a great lady. You know, we can do what we like, really. Odd bit of drama, odd poems, reflections.
Oh God, did you hear that, Annie? We might be on the radio.
Yes, and Keith might die.
You mean fly, surely?
That's what I said.
There's something you'll need to know.
Well?
Come on, you're making me swervous.
Oh God, you're going to tell us we're crap, aren't you?
She is. She's got that look on her face, like a creature.
Teacher, and I don't think I've ever managed to look like that.
That's not crap. None of it's crap. And it's a long way from crap, if you must know. And I don't care if it's crap, because I haven't had such fun in a long time. And I'm really enjoying myself.
Oh, me too.
Oh, I hate it. It's doing absolutely stuffing for me.
Right, come on, we'll go from the top, and this time with the music. Imagine you're addressing your army. Now, Annie, remember you're not Annie, you're Queen Boadicea, which means you can speak properly.
Okay. Friends, Romans, countrymen.
Leave out the Romans, they're the bastards who are trying to kill you.
Friends, Britons, women in arms. I am just a woman and not a king, but I have seen the blood of my country flow.
And though we are weak and the so-called fairer sex, we will stand against our enemies to avenge our daughters
And reclaim the free spirit of this ancient land.
For there is one Britain, and it is our Britain, and it belongs to us all. Ginger, blonde, brunette, brown, black, yellow or blue. For we are British and a proud race, with the blood of many nations in our veins. And should a drop of that blood be spilled, our vengeance will know no bounds. Our vengeance no limits, our fury no restraint. Our children will be avenged. We will fight like warrior men for our offspring. We will die like warrior men for our sacred lost children. I need a nice cup of tea.
No, Tar, you shouldn't. Well, you know why. No! This is weird. She's never been late before.
Maybe she's had an accident or a stroke.
Well, she might just be late. It happens.
I suppose so.
Oh, I suppose we could try doing something without her. Well, don't sound so enthusiastic.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just don't know.
I'm not sure you even like me, do you?
Of course I like you. Do you like me?
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, what's there to like?
About me? Nothing, probably. You're right.
No, not you. What's there to like about me?
Oh, all snorts.
All snobs? What, like licorice or pigs or cocaine?
Do we have to have this conversion?
No, what's the drink?
Well, I know you've got no friends.
Oh, great, thanks.
Well, there was the poem.
Oh, you shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Oh, so you got loads of friends then, have
Well,
you?
not exactly, no. I did have a boyfriend until quite recently.
So you're not a vegan.
Virgin? No, no. I'm actually the exact opposite of a virgin.
Ooh, an nymphomaniac.
Not an nymphomaniac. Do I make you nervous? Your speech is all to pot again.
Well, you do actually. Very actually.
Sorry, why?
Well, it's because you're a teacher, and I've never got over that teacher thing, you know, and now I've met you, I'm all confabulated.
Oh, again? Why?
Well, because you don't go around pretending you know everything like most teachers do you?
Well, I do at school. You have to, or else they'd smell blood. You'd be found scattered along the corridors in meaty chunks, like it's feeding time at the lighthouse.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah?
What is the opposite of a vegan?
Pregnant.
Is it?
Well, in effect, in my case,
What, you mean?
I'm pregnant. Preggers. Up the duff. Sardine in a tin. Monkey on the piano. Bogey in the nostril. Pregnant.
How did that happen?
I do actually attract the opposite sex, you know, despite being a skinny digit. You don't have to get yourself noticed by becoming a barrage balloon.
All right. When did you find out?
Oh, about a month ago. About a week before my aforementioned boyfriend went back to his wife. Not that he'd ever actually been daft enough to leave her. That's why I came here. Take my mind off things.
Does Fran know?
No, I haven't told her yet. It hasn't really popped up.
Well, have you told the father?
Oh yeah, we did have that conversation. He said he didn't want to face the commitment of becoming a father as he's only just emerging from his own childhood. And anyway, now he thinks I'm a bunny boiler.
How old is he?
48. He's head of maths.
Oh, that figures.
Ow.
Well, 1 and 1 only ever makes 3 in reproduction, never in baths.
How come you can say reproduction but you can't say maths?
Oh, well, you see, I have reproduced. I am at ease with the conception. What about his wife, his knife?
His wife.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I haven't slept with her.
No, I mean, how did it happen? I mean, have they got any kids and things?
What? No. She wouldn't want to lose her figure. She's a PE teacher.
Oh, fit then, eh?
Yeah, bum like 2 handballs. You need that to harness the collective testosterone in a comprehensive school. It's how all the athletics tournaments get won, you know, all that teenage sweat. It's all for Mrs. Titterton.
Mrs. Titterton?
That's her name. They all call her Mrs. Tittybum. They all call him the Tittybum Thunderbox. You'd change your name, wouldn't you?
So how did it happen, like?
What do you mean, how did it happen?
Well, how did it happen between you and the Tittybum Wonder Socks?
Oh, you know, you sort of snog for a bit.
Yeah.
And then the man puts his hand...
No, I don't mean it like that. I mean, why did he fancy you if his wife is a teenage wet cream?
Dream! Well, being good looking, she's also a flint-faced bitch with a personality of a Doberman.
Oh, I see. And you fancied him?
Well, I do have nymphomaniacal tendencies. Comes from being an only child and living with your mother.
Were you using anything?
Well, I was using 2 Formica shelves and a plastic chair among other things, but no, contraception wasn't one of them. Besides, he was in a hurry. He had marking to do.
This was in school.
Maths cupboard.
You're a dark digit, you are. Big cupboard, was it?
Oh, big enough for adding up.
Are you keeping it?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, well, when will you decide?
Steady on, Annie.
Yeah, but there are loads of people that would love a baby.
I know.
I'm one of
Well,
them.
fine, I'll just sell it to you then.
That's immortal.
Immoral.
Look, this baby did not ask to exist, so you are just adding insult to industry, telling it not to.
Thanks very much, Annie. It's perfectly clear which side of the fence you're on, isn't it?
I'm sorry, I can't help it. Can I feel your bummy?
Tommy, no!
Oh, come on, just one little... Oh,
Sorry I'm late. Had to have a checkup. Heart Not till bloody bus was late. The bastards gave me this. They think I'm old. Still, it was free. What's this? Improvisation session?
Penny's pregnant after a casual encounter in a bat's cupboard.
That kind of thing happen in Roman Britain?
No, not in drama, in real life.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Oh. What a lovely scandal. Whose is it?
It's mine.
No, on the male end of the stick.
The Max preacher.
Annie!
Well, I'm just getting her up to speed. She doesn't know whether she wants to keep it, and he's gone back to his wife because she's got a bottom like 2 ham rolls and Penny's a runny boy.
I am not a runny boy. I'm a runny boy. I mean, I'm not a runny boy. This is the last thing on my mind. I hate children. I have to work with them every day. I can smell a child at 20 paces. Why on earth would I want one of the bloody things lurking at home? I've got some wine from my mother in my bag. Shall I get it?
I think you better. I've got some vodka. If anyone's interested, we can put it in the wine.
I'd love some.
I thought you were resisting the alcohol gene.
Resisting is not the same as saying no.
Anyway, you shouldn't drink and be pregnant. You lose your licence.
Television, dogs, shotgun,
Divers.
Drivers.
Oh, already have. Disqualified.
Oh, runs in the family then.
Runs in the family like a dripping tap of Budgeon's own Cote de Rhone.
£2.99.
Have you broken the news yet?
What, to the father? Oh, yeah. That's why he suddenly found his charmless wife so attractive.
No, to your mother.
Oh, she'll be horrified. She always thought I was a mistake. If she finds out I've done the same thing, she'll buy shares in Allied Breweries.
You ever thought you might try being a mother?
Well, I always thought there'd be a dad around and all. I always wanted that for any baby I had. It's one of the reasons I might, well, you know.
I see. Me and Harry never had any. Oh, we tried and tried for years, and that was fun. They can do so much now. Many's the night I'd sleep with my legs up the wall to assist the progress of Harry's valiant efforts.
There's too much information.
You have to imagine me as a young woman. Obviously, I wouldn't do it now. Old age is the most infallible of contraceptions.
Ours were easy, really. Except Keith was resentable. He just saw them as Johnny failures. Do you know, he wanted to sue Lorex Feathertight.
Men are strange. They can be much moodier than women.
Well, I think that men have virtually permanent periods, you know, and nowhere for all that pain and anger and frustration to get out, except through their dicks, of course.
Now you're just being bitter.
Well, that's why they should be bledded, you know, to let the blood out. Like bleachers.
You mean leeches? You're as bad as her. You're virtually medieval.
I don't think I really understand men, not really, not like I do women.
You mean you think you understand women?
Well, more than men. I mean, I am a woman, so I must understand women a bit.
Well, to be honest, I think people are people. And people are different. It makes no difference whether you're a man or a woman.
I don't understand myself, never mind anybody else.
I think I prefer women.
Yes, me too, I think, in the end.
And me.
No, I mean I prefer women.
Yes.
No. I mean, I prefer women. I've tried both, and I think I prefer women to men. I used to think I swung both ways, but I seem to have lost the end of my pendulum, so to speak.
She's nymphomaniacled.
Well, this is a night for revelations.
Which end of the pendulum was swinging in the bath's cupboard?
The wrong end, the end with the male maths teacher attached to it.
So you mean you think you're gay?
No, I'm definitely not gay. I'm bloody miserable.
Have you actually done it with a woman?
Is your next question going to be, what was it like?
It was actually.
It was better. It was different. It was not so good. It was lovely. It was all of those things.
What was the best bit about it?
Well, I didn't get pregnant. Lesbianism is nature's other great contraception. In fact, gay old people never get pregnant, do they? Oh, God, what am I going to do?
Dogging of nature, I think indecision is nature's way of making the right choice.
Is he good looking?
Who, the baby? I can't see him anyway. It might be a girl if it's lucky.
No, the maths preacher.
Oh, yeah. Gorgeous. That's nature's way as well.
Maths is useful, you know, as a life skill.
So this baby might be gay, good looking, and really good at sums. But on the other hand, he might be a bit on the snort skinny side.
Great! Boadicea's daughters were raped. They might have been pregnant.
I really don't think there's a parallel here.
No, forget he was a maths teacher. Imagine he was a Roman legionnaire. You might find out something, you know, about what you really think.
Lay off, Fran! This is real. And anyway, I wasn't raped. I went very willingly into the maths cupboard.
Just an idea. Let's have some more of this.
I know I could be a mother, but I always thought that I wouldn't have to do it on my own, like my own mum did. But maybe that's natural. And all this stuff you hear about there having to be a nuclear family, I mean, maybe that's just rubbish. It must be, mustn't it?
I think family is whatever you call a family. And if it's just you and a baby, then that's a family. I only had my mum, remember?
But what about my family? I mean, I'm bound to get postnatal depression. I'm a teacher. I'll probably go psychotic. I drink till I can't think, and then there's my mother passed out in a shower bath of cheap plonk. Is that a family?
Sounds perfectly normal to me.
If I'd had the chance of a baby, Penny. This is hard for me.
My two are all I've got. And they've gone now.
They left you with King Plonker.
He was my choice, Penny, not theirs. I had to let them go.
I just don't know what my mother's going to make of all this.
If it's coming down to that, it's silly. Having an abortion just because your mother didn't have one.
Yeah, but where will I live, though? I teach. I can't afford an house. And if I have a baby on my own, I won't even be able to teach anymore. I'll be at the mercy of the DSS.
You can come and live with me.
Oh, you don't mean that.
Yes, I do mean it. I can help.
Really? You do, don't? We're supposed to be writing a play, not doing this sort of thing.
Life is full of drama. I think life is what happens when you're in control of it. Everything else is good luck, bad luck. You have to grab life like a giant by the knackers and pull them so hard it looks down at you.
Can we put that in the story of a great lady?
It's all the same story. Thinking that your life's not your own, that you're here one minute and not the next. You know, we're all like the Iceni, standing in a field outside Bromsgrove in a pair of woolly tights, wondering how it came to this.
We should be revolting.
But luckily we're gorgeous instead.
The Winkham Rebels! That's what we'll call the play. Women of Winkham unite! You have nothing to lose but your...
Husbands.
Jobs.
Knickers! All right. All right. Oh, what are you all staring at? I'm not dead yet.
But are you going to be?
Not if I can help it. You get more susceptible, that's what they say. It lowers your resistance to chemo. You just have to be careful.
Chemo? How often do you have to go?
Oh, every few weeks at the moment. I had it a long time ago when Harry was alive, and I kicked it then. To come back to keep me company, my old mucker.
Cancer.
A minor problem which I hope to overcome with a vegetarian diet, laughter, and abstinence from cigars. Oh, come on, this is why I don't talk about it. People start going all twitchy and talking to you as if the Grim Reaper's waiting outside in a black cab with the meter running. Come on. You don't worry about falling over and banging your head on... What are those things in gardens called?
Lawns.
No, hard little red hats.
Garden bones.
Gnomes.
Exactly. We have to die, all of it. It's part of life. It's a battle, like Boadicea. Come on, we've we've got a deadline. Let's practice the song, the one from the show.
You don't want us to do that?
Oh, I do. I really so do.
I knew there was something. Look, if we can help at all.
Stop it, please. It's a partnership, this illness. Me and my shadow. End of discussion. More the point, I've got some more words for the song, and we need to practice it. We haven't got a lot of time. You need to learn the words. All right, I'll sing it myself. If Boadicea was here today, would she fight Romans, scare them away? Would she be brave and would she be bold, like a woman of strength, like a woman of old? I need you to help me. This is the new bit. I'd like to be like Boadicea, riding her chariot. Oh, what a scene! Oh, to be there! Oh, to have seen her! I'd like to fight like that warrior queen.
Shall we all try that together then? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'd like to be like Boadicea, riding her chariot. Oh, what a scene! Oh, to be there! Oh, to have seen her! I'd like to fight like that warrior queen. Let's go
From the top? All right. Anyway, why are you wearing sunglasses?
Oh, it's very tight in here today, very tight.
Right. 1 Winkham Council 40-watt eco bulb.
I've got sensible eyes.
Really? Look, let me help you, will ya?
What do you mean?
I thought so.
I walked into a cupboard door.
Call Keith!
He just gets frustrated sometimes. He doesn't like to be alone in the evening.
Oh, he needs someone to cook his tea for him, does he?
Yes.
Has he found out you come here?
Oh, no, he still thinks I'm going to see me lover. I mean, me mother. He saw the bass had gone and he starts banging on at me, you know, oh, what the bloody hell are you doing with that bass? You're trying to finish your mother off now, are you? Oh, you think you're so special, don't you, my lady? You taught our lads to fly the nest as soon as possible, but you'll not leave. No, my lady, you'll not leave. He always says that, you see. Before he's about to do something to me, he always calls me my lady. But it didn't hurt. Not this time.
Annie? What's this? Forbidden love in Winker Memorial Institute. Contravening the bylaw, you know.
I'm sorry.
Hey, there is nothing to be sorry about. Sorry is a much overused word.
You can talk. You say sorry as much as I say sorry.
Oh, I am sorry.
What's
I'm
going on?
Just look at her eye.
Oh. Cupboard door. So that was the arm as well. Is this Keith?
I'm sorry, Fran.
You've got nothing to be sorry about.
No, I'm sorry. I don't think I'll be able to come here anymore and do the play. I think if he found out, he'd kill me.
Well, he'd have to kill us both, wouldn't he?
You don't know what it's like, Fran. It's all right when I'm here with you two, but when I'm with him, I have a different sort of life. It's difficult.
When did you last make love?
Fran! What?
Well, he's your husband. When did you last make love?
16 years ago.
When did he last say a kind word to you?
I can't remember.
Did he hit the children?
Oh, no, he wouldn't do that. He's not violent.
But they left as soon as they could.
It's just me he doesn't like.
But they left as soon as they could, didn't they? Why are you still there?
Well, it's not that simple. There's the dog. There's Moppet.
Oh, well, if there's a dog, I can understand it. Mop it. Then you'll have to stay, won't you? There's some of that tea. I wonder what Boadicea would do.
Bugger, Boadicea.
Well, that's not the attitude.
I know what Boadicea would do. She'd put down her swords and she'd bloody well give up. I mean, wouldn't you? If somebody had stolen all your land and raped your daughters. I mean, that's how I feel. I feel like I've lost my whole life. I feel like I've turned into some domestic cave. I'm like a big fat lab hat. I might as well not exist. I can't even squeak.
Speak. Seriously, you can leave him, you know. Come and stay with me and Penny. I've got plenty of room. There's only Shakespeare, and he doesn't mind dogs.
Who's Shakespeare?
Playwright, big in the south.
I'm not Cupid, you know.
Shakespeare pretends to be a cat, but I think he's a raccoon.
We can't both live with you, Frank.
Why on earth not? It'd be lovely.
He'd kill me if
Then
I
he'd
left.
have to kill me as well.
We could stop him, you know, like stop him.
We could expose him, certainly.
Yeah, tar and feather him.
No, I think we need to find a modern equivalent to ritual humiliation, if you follow my gist.
The Winkham Weekly Snooze.
Oh, no.
Yes, the Winker Weekly Snooze. What does he do, Annie? What's his job?
He's an electrocution.
An electrician. So he's known, he's got a respectable business, customers.
Oh, yes, he's even got a little van.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Right, so I write a draft article on him for the paper, detailing his domestic transgressions, and then we send it to him with a letter saying we'll publish the article if he lays a fist on Annie again.
Perfect.
And in the meantime, so you're double safe, you come and live with me. And bring Muppet with you.
You'd do that for me.
Of course.
Why?
You're part of Boadicea's army. On the back foot, we have to stick together.
You're a lovely lady.
Yeah,
Lovely lady, Fran.
she is. She's a great lady.
I'm just doing what Boadicea would do.
Well, invite everybody she meets to live with her in a semi in Winkham.
If she had one, yes. A semi-detached in Celtic times would have been quite a luxury. I would have been a queen.
You are the queen, Fran.
Ah! This gives me an idea for getting some action into this play. It's all very well having three women talk to each other all evening, but they have to do something. The Muse has given us an opportunity for denouement.
They knew what?
The ending. Why? What have you got in mind?
A battle scene. Well, it's what everybody thinks of, isn't it? Boadicea in her chariot, leading her Anglian hordes, and a suicidal clash with her wicked oppressors.
Well, we could always tie Moppet and Shakespeare to the front of your wheelchair, pull it around to Annie's house.
No, I've got a much better in that. We've got a horse.
A what?
A horse, I've got a horse.
What, a real horse?
Well, no, not exactly a real horse.
Well, what kind of horse? It's not exactly a real horse.
A pantomime horse.
That looks like a cow.
We need to try it on.
Oh, God, she's serious. You'll have to be the ass.
I'm not being a cow's ass.
It's a horse.
You'll have to be.
Why?
Well, I need something solid to carry Fran.
What?
Look, I can't, can I? And Fran's the queen, so she'll have to ride, so you'll have to be the cow's ass.
It's a horse. We'll have to try for size, and Anna, you'll have to be the arse. And then we'll write Chucky the letter he'll never forget.
Great.
We decided to write the letter and deliver it by hand that evening to Keith while he thought that Annie was visiting her mother. And that's how we came to be trotting through Winkham. Dressed up as a pantomime horse.
It's not a horse, it's a cow. You ever seen a cow with these kind of horses?
No! And it's got a bridle on! How many horses?
It's a red bridle, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, how do you know the bridle?
Shut up! Put your head through the door.
Okay. Are you entirely sure this is a good idea?
Completely. When he reads the letter, his bubble will burst like an inflated Durex at a pin convention.
Well, I hope so. How's Annie?
Not very alright, actually. Not very alright at all.
What's the problem?
What do you think the bloody problem is? Take a wild guess.
Come on, we're nearly there. Hi-yo,
Unfortunately, that's when the police car pulled up. Yes, officer, hello. Yes, I am the front half of the pantomime horse. Oh, I believe that it is a horse, officer.
Who am I? Can't you see, officer? I'm Boadicea, Queen of the Iceni. Oh, this is a sword. Yes, Boadicea has a sword.
It's for self-defence. We're delivering a letter to the husband of this horse's ass.
A human being. I am not a horse's ass.
I'm so sorry, officer. I didn't realise the word arse was considered offensive. I won't say it again.
Ass.
I know my ass!
What's that he's saying, Penny? He's only 12 and he sounds like a girl.
Will you shut up? Yes, officer, of course. I am sure that Boadicea and her entire horse would love to accompany you to the station. Shall we just trot alongside? Thank you, Boadicea.
What are they charging us with?
Obscenity, breach of the peace, and brandishing a lethal weapon.
Boadicea never had to cope with this.
Boadicea didn't live in Winkham.
But they give me an Asbo. I'd love an Asbo.
Well, we could always ask him nicely.
It's a judgment on us. We can't deliver the letter now. It would be wrong.
It's not a judgment. Who's judging? Here, read the letter. It's a good opportunity.
Dear Keith, I hope you enjoy the article that Fran has written about the local electrician who beats his wife. It can't be a nice feeling to know you hit somebody who's supposed to be your fiend friend. If you touch me again, you know what will happen. I am leaving. I'm taking Moppet with me. I also want a divorce, half the house, and anything else my solicitor asks for.
Nice touch.
Your dinner is in the supermarket. Ready meals aisle.
I think it's a work of art. We should put it in the story of a great lady.
going to be a weird performance. I'm not even sure what it's about.
It's about women being women and trying to be happy. Look, there's nobody looking. Let's escape!
If I put this letter through that letterbox, then my marriage will be over and my new life will begin. Liberating.
Exhilarating!
Terrifying. He's heard us! Stalker!
We heard nothing from Keith, as you might expect, and so Annie came to live with Fran and me. Things were getting a bit worse now with Fran, and so Annie was able to help a bit. I think it made Annie feel better. Her mother being in the home and so far gone, it made her feel like she could do something useful for somebody, not just watch the nurses. I was still pregnant, of course. I'd done nothing about that.
Oh, there, Winkham. It's like a tapestry. William Morris used to come up here, you know, he saw all this. It's one of those places that nobody knows, but everybody loves as soon as they see it.
Yeah, I like it. I wouldn't live anywhere else, not now.
Not now.
Not with a baby.
Oh, so you decided.
Well, time decided for me. You were right, but I know it's the right thing.
You told your mother.
Yeah, she said that if that's what I wanted, then fine.
So you're a bit wrong about her then.
A bit, yeah. Can't quite imagine her as a grandma yet, though. I left her this morning with a bottle of scotch and 40 B&H.
Assisted suicide.
Well, I'd hope it wouldn't stand up in court.
Can I be a grandma?
Fran, of course you can. I'd love that. I'd really love that.
I wish Harry was here to see this. He'd come up here most weekends, me too, just to breathe the air. It's like taking the roof off your head.
Tell me more about Harry. You don't talk about him much.
Don't I?
No, you don't.
I'll tell you something about Harry, something that might surprise you.
Yeah, go on.
He's still here.
What?
Still here. He's up here with us. He's in this tin. You're joking. He's dead. Of course he's dead. He came straight down to keep me company. I tease him sometimes and I say, would you rather be up there, you old bugger, with all those angels in the nuddy, not down here with old floppy bum? He just takes my hand and smiles at me. Think I'm mad, don't you?
I know you're mad, Fran. I don't need to think it anymore.
What I mean is this, there is such a thing as love. It exists and it lasts forever and it won't go away. It makes a bond between two people that nothing can cut. And what you have to hang on to is that possibility.
I wonder if I'll have that with the baby.
I don't know, the parent thing is not my experience. It seems like a minefield. But if you love the baby,
And if I love the baby?
the baby will probably love you. I love what we're doing, the story. It's everything I could have wanted. It'll be a huge success at the festival, I'm sure.
3 weeks' time.
3 weeks' time. Oh, just breathe the air up here. I tell you something. I believe, more than anything, that it's possible to be happy. To be truly, absolutely happy. Harry used to define it. He said, You need 5 senses to be happy. A sense of beauty, a sense of truth, a sense of right and wrong, a sense of humour, and a sense of what it means to be alive. You'll be happy, you know that, don't you?
I'm so glad I met you, Fran.
Don't be daft.
Shakespeare! 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 Couldn't you have called the bloody cat something sensitive? Such as? You know, Flossie, Fluffy, Tigger, that sort of thing.
Nothing wrong with Shakespeare, great playwright and a cat lover.
Was he? Shakespeare! Shakespeare! Does he ever actually come in, or is he feroz?
Feral. Comes in now and then, dragging a small corpse or somebody's chop from down the road.
How are you feeling?
Bit better, tablets doing this stuff. It's a nausea thing I can't stand, but everything else is fine.
Have your tea. Cat's lost. No poke.
Hope, joke,
Hope.
love some.
Fran, what do you think about Penny being a bender?
Well, that's a change of subject.
I was just wondering.
I think it's fine if she wants to be.
Do you think I should try it?
It's not like trying different washing up liquids. There are wider consequences.
I've failed with men though, haven't
You've
I?
failed with one man, try another. There are slight differences if you look very closely.
How do I get another?
I don't know. Advertise.
What, Lonely Hearts?
Oh, do they still call it that? I thought it was all speed dating and shagathon.
What's a shagathon?
I think it would be shagging until you fell asleep.
Just one shag for a bloke then.
I could give him drugs, Pro Plus, cocaine, Viagra.
You're very bad, you know, Fran, for an older woman.
I just think of the unthinkable. It's the secret of youth. Never let the barriers come up in your mind.
Fran, does the Winkham Weekly Snooze still do Lonely Hearts?
They call it men seeking women, women seeking men, men seeking men, and women seeking women.
No animals.
That's lost and found, which is similar, but usually doesn't involve intercourse.
Do you think I should try it?
Bestiality?
No! Writing an ad!
I could help with that.
Could you? I'm really useless at this sort of thing.
I've got some paper.
Okay.
Right. How would you describe yourself?
Oh, God. Blimey, let me think. Middle-aged woman. Divorce pending. Former victim of domestic violence. Overweight, a bit dim, seek similar.
Somehow I don't think that's going to hit the mark.
I think you're right.
Now, this is creative writing at its most creative.
Okay.
I think we should take what we've written here and change it into something positive.
Okay. Middle-aged woman.
Okay, that could be a lovely lady. Rhyme of life.
Oh. Divorce pending.
Easy, newly fancy-free.
Former victim of domestic violence.
Feisty, good sense of humour.
Overweight.
This overweight thing is entirely in your mind.
No, it's entirely on my hips, thighs and tips.
So we're all supposed to be adolescents with boobs like fried eggs and arms like twiglets. Look, you're a woman with a woman's shape. You're beautiful, you're bacchic, you're the Botticelli of Winkham. You're curvaceous. That's the word, curvaceous.
A bit dim.
No such thing, down to earth. So, lovely lady, prime of life, newly fancy-free, feisty, good sense of humour, curvaceous, down to earth, seeks.
What do I seek?
Man, woman, willing quadruped to share good times.
Like-minded man to share good times with. Do you know, I feel much better now.
Oh, optimism is catching.
It is, it is.
Right, we're going to take this and I'm going to put it in the paper.
You're mad, you know, you are, Fran. You're lovely and you're mad.
That's what Penny said. I hope I'm mad. I love to be mad.
Well, Fran wants us to know what it would be like, you know?
But why?
She said she's going to demonstrate it at the performance.
What for?
I don't know. Dramatic effect, I suppose, so we're all going to have a go.
So we're all going to stab a melon with a broadsword?
Yeah.
Well, who'll be holding the melon?
Well, nobody. That would be silly, wouldn't it?
A bit like putting an apple on your head.
Yeah, exactly. Fran, the idea, according to Fran, is that we all get to experience what it might have been like to clout a Roman on the head with a broadsword.
So did Romans have heads like melons?
No, it's all the density, the texture, the...
Oh, the pips and the juice spilling out as the brain bursts and the head falls atart.
The pips and the juice, yeah.
Anyway, I got the melons. Do you fancy a wheezy chopstick?
No, Ta. And you shouldn't.
Why not?
Well, not in your position.
What position is that?
Advertising in a newspaper. Curvaceous will only take you so far, you know, before it snaps into dangerously obese.
I am a woman at ease with my body. Fran has taught me how to accept myself as a sexually attractable woman. There's a lot more of me in any given clinch than you know. I'm good value. So, it's in then, is it, the ad?
Oh yes, nice description, very creative.
Interested, were you? There's a P.O. box at the snooze, you know. The only problem is, love, you're the wrong sex.
Oh, there's no such thing as the wrong sex, there's only sex. Hey, wouldn't you like to try it?
What?
The wrong sex.
No, I would not.
Oh, do you know, I read on the internet that sexual relationships between women was really common in Boadicea's time on account of all the men being so busy killing time, Romans and each other.
Yeah, well, that was then, and this is Winkham.
Oh, go on, give us a kiss.
No!
You might like it.
I will not like
But
it.
how do you know if you never tried?
I don't want to crow.
Don't you have a thirst for knowledge? I thought you wanted to write.
How will bogging a woman make me a better writer? I might be so disturbed I never write another word again.
Writing is enhanced by experience. Now, Fran said that.
And you are not snogging me. I said that.
Oh, go on, just once.
No!
But you might be the frog to my princess.
I am not your bog. And anyway, the bog turned into a prince, not a housewife.
But you might turn into something else.
I will not.
You might.
I won't.
You might.
Oh, God, you're not going to give up on this, are you?
No.
Go on then, but no songs.
Wrongs, right. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Right, close your eyes then.
Why do I have to close my eyes?
Help you forget I'm a woman.
I doubt it.
Come on, close your eyes.
Look. Why exactly do you want to miss me?
Kiss, well, to satisfy a peculiar animal desire for a curvaceous woman.
You're in denial.
What am I denying?
You are denying your heterosexual fate. You're up the duff, and bogging a woman is a form of emotional recount.
Rebound! Look, just close your eyes and pucker up.
Pucker up!
Whatever it is you do.
Oh God, never has romance been so raw from my miserable life. Get on with it!
How was that for you?
I'm not yelling you.
Oh, what do you mean you're not telling me?
Well, it was mildly disturbing in all sorts of complex ways, and I need to go away and think about it.
I told you.
What do you mean, I told you? One kiss doesn't make me gay, you know.
Oh, that's what they all say.
What do you mean? That's what they all say. Go around all the time, do you? Trying to make people glad?
Gay? No!
Anyway, the Bath's cupboard was not exactly a gay experience, was it? Like I say, you are in denial, and you are trying to drag me down into your sordid little wife.
The Bath's cupboard was my nemesis encounter with the failed sex. I agree, I'm a fallen woman.
Pretty successful sex, if you ask me, given the state of your tomb.
Womb! You mean womb? And anyway, I'm probably not glad, I've just realised.
What do you mean?
Well, I thought I was, but I'm probably not, and now I know.
What, you mean now you kiss me, you're not gay?
No. Look, there was nothing wrong with it.
I feel used. I feel abased. Oh my God, I might be glad now I've kissed a woman. I might burn.
I doubt it.
I thought you'd done this sort of thing before.
Well, in a mirror, yeah.
I know. And then he told me, no, you asking for a kiss. No, asking for a kiss. I have. You'll take your woman.
Stop arguing, you two! Stop arguing, he's coming here. Who? Keith the plumber, he's coming here.
Oh my God.
He's read the ad. He wanted to speak to you, Annie, and I said you weren't in. And if you were, you wouldn't speak to him. And then he was... Well, I've never heard anything like it.
Verbally obtrusive. Oh, I know. He can swear like a bloody pooper. It's impossible.
Never mind all that. This is serious. We've got about 5 minutes. What are we going to do?
And that was how the big event happened, really. I mean, we had things to hand. You know, swords. And, well, we'd even got bits of costume together, ready for the performance, as you've seen. I think what I'm trying to say is that it wasn't something we'd thought about. You know, premeditated in any way. That's what we said in court, anyway.
How did he know that we were here?
He worked it out from the article I sent him, I suppose.
Yeah, but you said that if you laid a finger on it again, you'd print the article.
He said he didn't care if he printed the article or not. He couldn't live without you.
Can't live without a cook or a cleaner, you mean?
But no lover.
No, that's why I left him. 16 years is far too long for a curvaceous woman to be delicate.
Celibate.
That's what I said.
We're going to have to protect you from the oppressor.
What, Keith?
Well, he thinks he can just walk in here like Fred Flintstone and drag you away.
He probably can.
And she was right, he probably could, except when he walked in, he wasn't expecting to see an old woman dressed as Boadicea, brandishing a broadsword, flanked by a pregnant Anglican, and a curvaceous housewife with a huge bag of wheezy chopsticks.
What do you want, Keith? There's nothing for you, beer.
And he said there was, of course. And he wasn't prepared to see his own wife advertise for sex in the local paper, even if she was an idiot.
It wasn't for socks. I just wanted a fiend.
Sex, friend!
And Fran started up.
Not one step more, you terrible little man. These women are in my care, and I, Boadicea of the Iceni, will not let you harm them.
Which he thought was hilarious. And he came closer.
Back! I'm warning you, this blade is sharp as my woman's tongue.
And he told Francesca Lamb that everybody knew she was dying. And what was she going to do, a feeble old woman, to stop him from taking back his own wife? And that's when Fran stood up.
How dare you! One step more and I will use this sword as Boadicea used hers to sever the flesh and break the bones of all who oppressed her noble kinsfolk!
And he told Fran to stuff it up a jacksie. So, Fran swung the sword around her head twice. And he stood there with his sword in his head. Must have been a good half an inch. And then he sort of slowly fell over.
Oh my God, Fran. You've killed him.
I doubt it, he's a man, they have very thick heads.
We're all going to go to prison forever. We'll be showering with women till we're wrinkly. It's a preposterous twist of malevolent fate which vindicates the quintessence of British justice. Oh my God, I can speak. George!
Oh, that must have been Keith then. Well, that's something.
We'd better call an ambulance, I suppose.
Better had, yes.
And so the paramedics came and took Keith away, still with this enormous sword sticking out. They didn't think it was funny. And then the police came, of course, and arrested Fran for grievous bodily harm.
Yeah, we thought we'd better, you know, before the caretaker saw it.
There was such a lot, it soaked through, it was like...
Like Shakespeare, his finest tragedies, there's always blood in the end, in buckets.
Well, it's there, the bucket of blood. Not sure what to do with it.
Well, we can put it on my roses. Blood is good for roses. Turns them red.
Does it?
Mm. Thanks for the bail.
Oh, don't mention it, it was a bargain. It's the least we could do. We went halves.
How's your Keith?
He's all right. They removed the sword from the brain.
Good, good.
It was quite deep.
The wound? Yes, I'm sorry, I just don't know what came over me.
No, the brain. The brain was quite deep inside, so the sword, missed it.
The policeman said, he said, hello, 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 hello. You hear that Boadicea woman? My, oh, why can't you act your age?
Are they charging you?
Oh, they have to in view of the seriousness of the offence and in order to discourage the proliferation of swords in the community.
What will happen?
Well, probably lose my job. Could get sent to prison. We'll see. Be surprised.
Will it be in the paper?
Oh, it already is, and the article on Keith.
Oh, you'll have to leave them.
I hope so. They're talking about an exclusion order.
Thanks, Fran. You've risked a lot for me, you know.
I've risked nothing. I've nothing to risk, nothing at all. I'm more worried about how all this is going to affect next week.
Oh, God, next week.
Precisely, next week, Friday, 7:30. You know, we have to get all this into proportion. Use the experience. It's a crucial opportunity.
And so we went into intensive rehearsal. We did have various bits we could put in, of course, and we decided to go with the original title, The Story of a Great Lady. Not that it was much of a story, really. It was just more ordinary stuff that happens, you know. So, there's a song. We should maybe start and finish with that.
Oh, and the poem.
The story of me getting pregnant, edited.
Me and Keith, part 1.
Me and Harry, part 1, when he was alive.
Yep. Interval.
Oh, yes. Sexuality, tips for the modern woman.
Adventures on horseback, pantomime style.
The Battle of Wincoln Memorial Hall, complete with melons.
The arrest of Fran Lamb, the Winkham Boulder Seer, as sensationally described in last week's Winkham Weekly Snooze.
It's fab, it'll make them laugh.
Or wet themselves.
Oh, I hope they're not doing those cut plastic seats, they'll be sitting in it all day.
Right, so one more rehearsal and then showtime.
The event was a great occasion, as all of you who attended can remember, I'm sure. And the winner, of course, was that lovely selection of highlights from Evita, as sung by the Winkham Singers. Well deserved, and nice to hear it on the radio the other night. Our story, though, well, as you know, our story ended the night before at the Winkham Memorial Institute. Oh.
It's 8:30, where is she?
Oh, I don't know. Do you fancy a cuppa?
Oh, yes, please.
You know, I could murder some vodka in this.
Not in your condition. Swerves.
Yeah, you're telling me I'm swervous. Oh, I could do virtually anything not to have to do this thing tomorrow night.
Me too.
Still, if there's one thing that Fran has taught me, it's stare your demons in the eye. Look them in the eye until they go away, and they will. One way or the other, they will.
Or else, swipe them in half with a broadsword.
Oh, yeah, that too. Oh, what's that noise?
It's my phone.
What?
I am a lady at lunch.
No, a lady at large. You're a lady at large.
No, at lunch. I had to get a phone to answer all the inquiries. They take me to lunch.
Oh, right. Well, in that case, you better answer. It might be someone after your body. Being a lady at large, you could offer it in instalments. And so Annie answered it.
Hello?
It's usual on occasions like this to say something like, Fran lost her long battle. But it wasn't like that, not with Fran. It didn't matter if she won or lost. This is a memorial service to more than a woman we loved. It's about a way of looking at the world and at life that is very precious. Fran knew she had so much she could give, so much she could leave behind, like a bequest. In a funny sort of way, I feel like her gift to me has been my baby, my little Harry. And I know Annie feels the same, like she's been given this new life, this special second chance. And so, the next night, while the competition was being held, Annie and I met up again at the Memorial Institute.